I'm pissed because like I feel special. They're like, damn, Brian's got it. Brian's this. Little Brian / Elio Gracie, like, that's right. And then now he's making 100 of you guys or 1,000,000 of you guys. So I just got asked out of the photo and cool. Fuck me, right?
Where the head goes, the body goes. And also where the head doesn't go, the body doesn't go. You love that, bro. You know me.
My name is Brian Ortega, and I started training Gracie Jiu-Jitsu when I was about 13 years old, and got basically semi-adopted by Hito and Henner. I'm using the 32 principles on the highest level you can think of. I go home, I put a gi on, I'm using them. I'm getting ready to train for a fight, I have no gi in, I'm using it. I go to the MMA gym and we're sparring, and we have full gloves and shin pads on and mouthpieces, and we're doing MMA work, I'm using it. This stuff is universal. At the end of the day, no matter where you are in your level of training, as long as you're training and you're in the world of martial arts with these 32 principles, you are gonna get a lot better and you're gonna understand yourself on ways that you never thought possible. Learning jiu-jitsu was very complicated for me. At the time, I was not that good at retaining knowledge. It was step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and it was just like, oh, I already lost them. So I took the steps out and just stuck with visual. And I was like, okay, this is what it's supposed to look like in the end. And I remember little bits and pieces of the movie. And I would go in there and I would do it, and by feeling it, I would almost like feel it as it goes. I would go in there, I go, okay, okay, these are the other steps that I was missing, but I felt it in the process of making it happen with my partner. And then we start sparring, and then I just naturally started doing these things, and then for some reason, I was catching people. And we've learned the same technique by the same instructor, but yet I was catching them and they weren't catching me. I was doing things I had no idea what I was doing. They go, freeze, stop, what'd you do right there? I have no idea. I just know I did something that felt right and it worked and I won. In the beginning, I thought maybe I was like special, you know? I was like, well, I'm just a protege. But when I sat down and people explained to me, Henry and Hito were like, listen, the reason why you're so good is because you've adopted the principles. Back then, it wasn't really explained as a principle. And now it is. It's like, hey, now Hito and Henry have really dove deep. Not only did they put names to everything and systematically break it down, but you did something that is very rare to see, and then you broke principles down, which is something you don't ever see anywhere. Like, who can break principle down and tell you, listen, because you did this, you did this. And because you know all the techniques is amazing, but if you don't have these principles, you're only gonna know techniques, and when you use them in action, it's not gonna work. Why? Because it's touch, it's feel, it's understanding of positions, the center lines, all these things that you have no idea, that you don't take in consideration when you only know technique. So now that they mix them together, you have a full system. The 32 principles go everywhere. It doesn't matter what you're doing, right? I train MMA now a lot. This is my job, this is my career, and I use it when I'm in the gym, when I'm standing up, when I'm thinking about who owns the center, who owns this, who can work the left side, who can work the right side, how can I do this, how can I get my takedown based off these principles. The principles are universal no matter what art, that people say either you have it or you don't. That was what it was used before. You know what? You know every move, but you have it or you don't. And you're like, oh cool, I suck. It's not that you don't have it or you don't. It was never properly introduced to you because there was no right system on how to teach you this. I don't know what I've been doing. I just know I know what I know and it works. But then when you see this and they break it down and you're like, holy moly, like, I am doing this. This is my game. I have adopted principles. I have done this. And then you understand more of what you're doing, and to understand yourself and your game on a whole nother level where you can break it down is something unique. And they really are showing that they are the best teachers in the entire world by breaking every single thing down for you. You should have no reason why you don't learn. Everyone learns and dances to their own rhythm in jiu-jitsu. That's the beautiful part about the art, is everyone is given the same ingredients and everyone makes their own soup. Now what's gonna happen is there's gonna be monsters being made. Because you're not just taught. Before, it was people were good because they were taught, like, here's one foot lock, here's one arm lock, here's this. And then it was, here's a whole curriculum. We're gonna take you from white belt to black belt. And now it's like, hold up. Now these are principles. So when they say the game is evolving, the game is evolving. They just always said, you know what you're doing, and you know because you do it, and you're just a natural, which is basically what they're doing. And then now that they're telling all you guys I'm not a natural and I just adopted principles and they're making you guys like me, I'm pissed because like I feel special. They're like, damn, Brian's got it. Brian's this. Little Brian / Elio Gracie, like, that's right. And then now he's making 100 of you guys or 1 million of you guys. So I just got asked out of the photo and cool. Fuck me, right?